Hi. That was weird. Oh, let's do that again. Hi, howdy, hello. One bored dude, back again. I don't know why I always say that, but anyways, so we are at the start of month 24. A lot of things have really kind of changed, especially even from just me being exhausted. That video, which was about a week ago when I did it. So I got the job that I've been interviewing for, and I've been interviewing for it for like 3 or 4 months now, just kind of courting, and we haven't really met up, and I had to take the job that I'm working now, but like it's becoming abundantly clear that it's going to be a struggle to stay sober in a customer service role. Like I can't do it anymore. I can't. This one, it's more deliveries and stuff, so I like organizing, I like, doing things on my own, so I think I'm going to enjoy doing this. Oh, I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. Anywho, so we've had a massive tumble, and we got back out of it by some sort of miracle. I started drinking, quickly saw how fast it was getting out of hand, and I was able to stop. That is one of the most incredible things that has ever happened to me. Every time I relapse, I run off to somebody. I'd run off to my dad. I'd run off to my partner. If that partner, wasn't working out or meeting my demands, creating these waves that I'm going through on it, and it was able to stop. And I was able to stop, and by some fucking miracle, I'm on day 2. And I did it on my own. I didn't run off to somebody. Hell, though, it kind of felt at this point I had nobody to run to other than me. And I'm realizing a lot about how I tick. And like I was going through the depression stuff when split with my partner, and you know, oh, it was so sad, and it had absolutely nothing to do with you causing it. Why? Because you had no business dating someone like that. And, you know, she's a wonderful person. I say nothing but high esteems to her, or I would, unless I drink. And then she's the worst person ever. But as she said, fundamentally what at my spot in life, our goals don't align, so we gotta split instead of trying to make it work. I realized that. Then the question became, am I the toxic person? And woe is me on it. And I pick these jobs because they're quick and I can get them, you know, but it's very quick how fast I get depressed in those roles. And I go through these waves doing that, and I can't help but wonder if those are reinforcing each other, you know. And then I have these self-pities and boo-hoos, and anyways, the point being is for once I'm having clarity and things are clicking and I'm doing the right things always. But how long until I jump at the opportunity to skip that one thing? And I keep doing that, and then I end up back in the same spot. I don't know. I just hope that I keep this. But historically speaking, this type of motivation, clarity, it'll be gone in a week. Well, howdy. Hello. Quick update on things. One, I stopped doing the Warhammer League. I had to end up dropping out of it for good. I really wanted to stay in, but I didn't. Staying in a place where I didn't have any support, friends, relationship, job, all that good stuff, I didn't have it there. And I'd been trying to kind of get that going, and it wasn't happening. I also realized that in my job, in the 90 days I've been there, I've relapsed 4 times. So obviously shit's not working. That's still reinforced. But now the question is, where do you go? The only real option I had was here. And the more I'm looking at here and stuff, the more I'm looking at, I don't have any job prospects here, but I have a social support system that I can utilize. I can lean on. I can, maybe find a job through that. I've got, as much as I hate to say it, AA. I'll eat my words. The people here back in my hometown, not my old hometown, they welcomed me with open arms, took my phone calls, and they've listened to me. After 4 years of marching out there telling them I'm going to do better, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and marching out and blowing it up in my face. So I'm looking at a couple of different options on what to do about things. You know, I've looked at hair school. It's something that deals with my hands. There's a social component to it. I'm not being graded on how polite I am to things. I'm my own boss. So that's something I'm considering. I'm also really trying to, you know, just find a career or something that I enjoy, that I like. Even if that means I have to, you know, take a job that I hate to fund it, to get it through. With a support system here, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can get back into running again. Maybe I can get back into working out, having somebody to work out with, going and doing things, you know. There's a comic book store here, one town over, and one town south. I can easily go there and maybe play a game of Warhammer, D&D, anything like that. I could. The options are the same as they were in Nashville, but I have a support system or somebody that I can do this with, and that is critical if I want to get anywhere. Because, you know, I wasn't going to AA, I wasn't going to church, I wasn't going out with friends, I wasn't going to the bars, I was going to job interviews and to the liquor store, gas station, whatever. You know, when I didn't have anything to do. When you know, obviously the breakup with my ex-partner was kind of finalized. Some really, really shitty things were said on both sides. More so me. But, you know, a lot of the things that were said to me really kind of struck me to the core on where I need to go and how I need to fix this. We have a general plan on how to get out of the cycle. How to not put myself subconsciously in these shitty situations, and we're kind of going from there, you know. It's really all I got. It's been on my mind a lot. It's always kind of weird how you make up your mind and then something instantly changes. So I had decided I'm not going back to my apartment. I'm going to stay in my hometown here in Kentucky and figure it out. You know, I have friends here, I have family here, I have the same options as far as wargaming goes, Dungeons and Dragons go, tons of hiking. I've got Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley, like right there. So I decided I was going to stay. A week ago, I had reapplied for a job that I had gotten in back in Nashville, and I had to reapply because I missed the email and I didn't do the fingerprinting in time, so that kind of hung everything up and I had to redo it. But I had essentially decided, fuck that place. You know, like I'm not going back. I can't stay sober doing that. But I got the job offer today. And my father and the people that I've talked to so far about it has really kind of pointed out that I need money. I'm already set up there. You know, I haven't officially gotten it. It's still contingent on me doing my fingerprinting and background check again, which I just got done. And I'm going to do the fingerprinting later this week. But, you know, I don't know. I feel kind of like I'm being pushed out of the nest, but at the same time, like I know I can fly. I just hurt my wing for a really long time and I'm afraid to use it again. So it's kind of nerve-wracking to be open to the possibility of going back there. I mean, I'm already going to be paying for it. I can't help but wonder if a lot of what I was doing was fear-based, like not going back there. But you know, I don't know. You know, I have no interest in contacting, you know, my ex-partner or anything and trying to work anything out with that. That's just not going to happen. Too much has been said on both sides, and it's apparent that we're just not compatible. So we're going to skip that one, but I may be able to make friends. I may be able to start to go to AA again. I mean, hell, if I have a job there, well, I should. But, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of, like, you gotta go out there and do it. Like, none of this shit that's already set up is, like, here anymore. I mean, it's here, but, like, you gotta go do this, is what it feels like. Hooray, month 24. Do better. Because it's sink or swim. Yay. as we continue down the wishy-washiness that is my life, so I've been watching a lot of self-help and trying to change my mindset. I talked to a bunch of people about what I should do. Should I go back and accept that job and risk it? Or should I stay here and play it safe? I had somebody tell me that, you know, they would hire me as a dog groomer and train me and like do an apprenticeship. And then of course I have the federal job that's coming down the line. You know, I just have to wait for it. And you know, I had thought that, you know, even if I get the federal job, which I do, I'm gonna fuck it up. But after talking to some people in AA, they told me to go where I am the most uncomfortable, which sounded kind of shitty, to be honest with you. But you know, they're right. I'm staying put and I'm running out of fear. So then I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Like, holy fucking shit. And the nearest thing I came to was, of course, my mindset. You know, I gotta change my mindset. That's the biggest hindrance for me. I found that I am full of fear. I have a lot of pride issues, mainly stemming around my work and how much money I bring in. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough for anybody that like I get into a relationship with, which is kind of self-defeating to begin with. But I went on a walk and I actually talked to myself, and I talked back. You know, as weird as it is, and, you know, we had that dialogue, and what we agreed upon is I need to change a couple of words in my vocabulary. You know, I would say things like, I have to do this. Or, if I go here, I can make friends. You know, that's very... It leaves open the opportunity for, one, me to get frustrated and quit, and two, for failure, which I think is ultimately kind of, you know, my problem is I have this self-defeated internal dialogue on things. So I have replaced I have to and I can to I will. And I'll give you some examples. Like, I can go to AA, and I can go to the comic book store, and I can make friends there. Or I can say, or I will go to the comic book store, and I will go to AA, and I will make friends. I will stay sober. I will not engage in impulsive behaviors. So, you see how that like kind of changes things? Like, I have to not engage in impulsive shopping. You know, well, I don't have to do anything other than pay taxes, breathe, and eat. All of that is optional. But when I change it to I will, I've already made a decision to do it. So I'm putting together a plan And I think I have put together something that will not stress me out, and I will adhere to. The next thing that I want to look at is, goals, things like that. I want to run a full marathon. I've run 2 halves. Now it's time to do the big boy. I figure I give myself 6 months to train for it, and I will do it at the end of April, this 6-month mark of this sobriety run. I also have decided that I will attend AA at least 3 times a week, and I will go to the comic book store and play Dungeons and Dragons at least 1 night a week, and I will play more Warhammer games. I always had this language, especially in customer service, that left it ambiguous to where it could go one way or the other. And I am not in customer service anymore. That is not who I am. I will not do that again. So I'm going to start being a little bit more decisive in how I do things. And I will start making better meals. I'll probably share those. No, I will share them. I will make videos on some of my meals that I find really, really good and show you guys how I make them. So with that, I'm still going to stick to the season theme that I've been doing as far as vlogging and stuff like that. And I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful about things. Which reminds me, as soon as I'm done with this little bit, I finished my 8-week mindfulness book program thing, and we're going to talk about it. Okay? Fuck. Hi, hello, howdy. So kind of where I was thinking and trying to go with this on some things is in about like a week and a half, somewhere in there, at the time of recording this, I'm starting to do the season, so to speak, of my vlog. I decided, trying to keep up with that year round was way too strong or way too much. And so if I could, just do a video a week of each month on the anniversary of, my seizure and when I decided to start making a change and trying new things out and challenging my viewpoint. And the main struggle that I've been having is how do I explain this? The best way for me to learn it, to learn the material, is to try and teach it to somebody else. And that's the main purpose of me doing this. I don't like what my hands are doing, but anyway. So when I do it, I feel like an authoritative figure, and when how would I expect anybody to respect me if I don't respect myself? And so that kind of undermines the authoritative figure, and it makes me feel like a sham. And I've been trying to figure out a way to show and teach what I've been learning